When we look, you can see families were more than willing to go to the box office to support something like the Minecraft movie, while Rachel Zegler's Snow White continues to plunge.
Literally the only person there. And do you not understand how humiliating this is? Meanwhile, the experience at Minecraft goes something like this.
Minecraft in the United States in one weekend made more money than Snow White has made globally after 3 weekends. That's how bad it is right now.
I don't think they're going to buy it. I don't think they're going to watch it. I don't think they're going to like it.
Warner Brothers' Minecraft movie versus Disney's Snow White, which in theory should be quite a battle, but it's not even a fair fight. And it's pretty hysterical, actually, to watch.
There's no way that Snow White is going to recover.
Every single one of these reviews is just absolutely brutal. And what you also need to know is that these are not politically driven reviews. I mean, most of them are from the camp that should be supporting Disney, that should be behind this new progressive take on Snow White, and yet they can't, because the film is apparently just that bad.
Rachel Zegler is a loudmouth dope.
Right, we're talking about ultra-far leftists, people who believe that men and women are a figment of your imagination, that your money is not your own, that your family is not your own, and that your country is not your own. That's what woke means.
Snow White, of course, famously played by the insufferable girl boss narcissist who's just clinical at this point.
Now, there is no doubt about it that Snow White 2025 is considered by far one of the worst box office failures, not just with Disney, but also in the entire film history when it comes down to live-action remakes.
DC said Disney Snow White has a major identity crisis.
But it says, meanwhile, over in the kingdom of crumbling crowns, Disney's Snow White dropped like an enchanted apple.
What they really mean is they're describing a worldview that hates you, that hates everything America stands for.
But you don't seemingly like your own character, so she comes off as an insufferable, whiny brat.
Saying that audiences will always line up to see her no matter what she does.
Every premiere and everything I do, people will wait in line to see.
You know what's interesting about all of this is that the only person waiting in line to see Snow White was Rachel Zegler.
It doesn't need a prince to save her, and not surrounded by 7 weird people. Oh, okay, just CGI fictional goblins, I guess.
Well, we all basically knew that Snow White was going to be a massive failure at the box office because of Rachel Zegler's controversial statement.
And if you disagree with this sentiment, I don't need your business. Thanks.
You know, I don't need your business. You know what? Maybe Disney does. Maybe you're a tool, you're a pawn in this film. You didn't write it. You didn't direct it. You have nothing to do with the creation of Snow White. Right. You should shut up and do the job.
Welcome back to Tea Time with Tina. It looks like Rachel Zegler had a major meltdown after hearing how well the new Minecraft movie did at the box office. It totally beat Disney's new Snow White movie. Can you believe it? Disney really messed up this time and basically handed the win to a movie about blocks. While Disney is busy pushing its not-so-great live-action Snow White, the Minecraft movie came in strong and crushed it, making Disney's effort look like a low-budget YouTube video.
And of course, this weekend, Minecraft came out, which has absolutely dominated the box office, done significantly better than analysts even projected. And now we're finding out that Snow White has officially crossed $160 million.
So, it got destroyed at the box office. Here's the box office numbers. The Minecraft movie made $60 million on Saturday. Snow White made $2.
Critics thought the Minecraft movie would fail. They said it was too simple, too childish, or too blocky to be a hit in theaters. But guess what? The movie made a huge $300 million worldwide in its opening, proving all the experts wrong. Meanwhile, Disney's Snow White only made around $77 million after several weeks. That's right, even with all of Disney's big ads and hype, the movie flopped badly, to the point where they probably wish it never happened. The worst part? Disney was relying on nostalgia to make the movie a hit, while ignoring all the warnings from fans. Turns out, changing too much of a beloved fairy tale doesn't sit well with people. And that's just the beginning. There's more drama ahead, with chaos behind the scenes, blame going around, and a lead actress who seems to have forgotten she's playing one of the most famous roles in movie history.
Turned over $157 million while earning another $144 million internationally. The Minecraft video game was introduced in 2011 and sold more than 300 million copies. So it actually has a fan base, user base, people that care about it. In theory, Snow White should as well. Snow White's the movie that made Disney, the studio. They should have been more cautious and careful with their own IP. It's a $1 billion IP. The Disney Snow White, faithfully adapted, would have made $1 billion.
Now let's talk about Rachel Zegler, the outspoken actress at the center of all this drama. For some reason, Disney thought it was a good idea to cast a newcomer who openly criticized the original Snow White. That's the same classic movie that made Walt Disney famous, started a whole movie empire, and is still loved around the world. But she called it old-fashioned. Nice move. Disney, you gave one of your most important roles to someone who didn't seem to respect the original story. According to many upset fans online, Zegler turned the focus away from the story and more toward making strong statements during interviews. She even criticized the original fairy tale for having themes she called outdated.
I mean, you know, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. Yeah. Weird. Super weird. So we didn't do that this time.
It's not like fans were asking for a modern-day lecture. Imagine being excited to see a new version of Snow White, only to hear the lead actress make fun of everything you loved about the original. Smart move, right? To be fair, Rachel Zegler isn't the only reason the movie flopped, but her careless and out-of-touch comments definitely didn't help. You'd think Disney would step in and guide her or give her some good PR advice. Instead, they let her say whatever she wanted, including how the original Snow White needed to be fixed. Not surprisingly, Disney fans didn't appreciate a newcomer criticizing their favorite childhood movie. The result? Mostly silence, and a lot of empty theater seats.
See? Literally the only person there. And do you not understand how humiliating this is?
Disney's management stayed strangely silent, letting the situation get worse, like they had no idea why fans were upset. There was a time when Disney was the king of family entertainment. Now, it feels more like the out-of-touch relative who talks about the good old days, but then tries to make everyone drink kale smoothies when all they want is some cake. Updating old stories is okay, but let's be real. When Disney changes its classics so much that they don't even feel like the original anymore, it's clear they've lost their way.
You had the marketing material not being all that good. A lot of advertisements were really mediocre for this film. And to top it off, they made tons of changes and they strayed away from the source material, which upset a lot of fans.
According to leaks from people who worked on the movie, this Snow White disaster was set up to fail from the beginning. The script was rewritten many times, and each version added more forced modern messages. The team seemed more focused on being seen as progressive than on telling a good story, the one thing a movie really needs to succeed. Instead of keeping the magical feel of the original fairy tale, they added obvious political themes, almost like they were putting up campaign signs in the background.
Whereas the Snow White model is the message ad infinitum, shoved directly up your ass, and, most importantly, in the most insufferable possible way, like screamed at you by an ugly woman for 2 hours.
It gets even worse. But before we go on, don't forget to like and subscribe. Unlike Rachel Zegler, I know I'm nothing without your support. Now, back to the drama. The few fans who saw early screenings of Snow White said the movie felt more like a boring lecture than a magical adventure. So what did Disney do? They leaned even more into the lecture-style approach. Now they are facing the results, a huge flop at the box office and a lot of public embarrassment. But hey, at least they can say they were being forward-thinking, right? Meanwhile, the Minecraft movie was making money like it was being printed out of thin air.
And so let's see how they fared against each other. The Minecraft movie breaks box office record with $300 million global opening, while woke Snow White slips again. Minecraft movie was a big winner, debut weekend, $300 million.
Critics laugh at the Minecraft movie, calling it just another video game adaptation. What they didn't realize is that Minecraft is fans of all ages, kids playing on tablets, teens streaming it on YouTube, and adults who've been building in the game since it first came out. In the end, making a fun, non-political adventure turned out to be the perfect formula for success.
Encouraging to see a movie that decided to do the opposite of Snow White, which is, according to all available reviews, including from the people that I trust the very most on this platform, it is non-political. The Minecraft movie does not try to beat you and box you about the ears with the message. It is just silly fun for kids, which is what a kids movie should be.
The theaters were packed, and some screenings were so loud it felt like a rock concert. In fact, even the cops had to remove some rowdy kids who were getting too carried away and having way too much fun.
Okay, and the cops had to escort the rowdy teenagers out. The Minecraft movie is doing something magical. It's creating a live audience reaction event where people are going to just be part of something to interact with the movie itself. The kind of thing that really creates like a kinetic movement.
And guess who's leading the voice acting? Jack Black. Sure, he's said some controversial things over the years, but he knows how to bring the kind of energy that gets people in the seats. Audiences immediately love the movie's fun vibe, praising it for staying true to the spirit of the game, something Disney probably should have done with Snow White. The best part? Critics gave the film a poor 40% rating on review sites, but regular viewers gave it an 87%.
You can see here the Minecraft movie is 48% on Rotten Tomatoes, 87% audience score. That's kind of all that matters because these people pay the bills, these people don't.
Who's out of touch now? This is what happens when studio bosses stop focusing on making a political statement and let their creators just tell good, entertaining stories. Critics can complain all they want, but the paying audience has made it clear their wallets speak louder than any movie review. It's 2025, and it seems Hollywood is just realizing that pushing politics in every film doesn't sell tickets. Look, audiences aren't against social messages. They just want them to be subtle, not shoved in their faces. Yet, for some reason, big studios keep making these movies with a moral of the week and act surprised when people stop buying tickets. Snow White is the latest example. Instead of sticking to the classic fairy tale formula, Disney insisted on changing it. The funny thing is, the original story already had themes of bravery, friendship, and all that good stuff. But Disney thought it needed to be updated to please Twitter. That gamble didn't work, and now they are stuck with a multi-million-dollar movie that fans can't stand.
This movie exists, by the way. You can't tell me Minecraft is the worst movie of 2025 when Snow White exists. That's right. Minecraft movies are going to make more in the weekend than Snow White's made in its entire theatrical run, and we know why.
On the other hand, Minecraft did well because it didn't lecture anyone. It respected its audience and just offered fun, pure escape. Want to see pixelated zombies chasing your favorite blocky hero? You got it. Looking for a family-friendly adventure? Done. No wonder it's making so much money. So, what's the lesson here? Shoving woke ideas down people's throats doesn't exactly pay off.
Teens in suits shouting lines, cheering like it was a concert. Check out the energy. Unreal. Disney Snow White is flopping hard. Why did Minecraft win? Because they stayed true to their actual audience. If Disney had made a faithful adaptation to the original Snow White, it would have made $1 billion.
Now, let's return to the main figure in this disaster, Rachel Zegler, who's quickly becoming the perfect example of how not to promote a movie. Is that fair? Maybe not completely. After all, she's not the one writing the scripts or making the big decisions. But she sure makes an easy target, and her outspoken comments were the final touch that allowed Disney to blame her for everything.
The reason why is partially because of Rachel Zegler, but also because of the entire garbage movie itself. We keep blaming Rachel Zegler, and she's an easy scapegoat. I think they're scapegoating her on purpose, but the entire movie was trash. All of Rachel Zegler didn't write Snow White. Right? Rachel Zegler didn't cast Snow White. The studio did. It's a Disney problem. Disney did these things.
Insiders are talking about heated meetings at Disney HQ, with execs blaming each other. Some are mad that Rachel Zegler's pre-release interviews pretty much ruined any goodwill with fans. Others think Disney should have stopped her media appearances after the first few PR disasters. Either way, it's a huge blame game, and Zegler is still pushing the modernization angle, even though the audience isn't buying it. Let's not forget the casting controversy, a Colombian-American actress playing a character described as white as snow. Disney said the casting was about inclusivity, but traditional fans saw it as a slap to the original story. Whether you agree or not, Disney created a debate that overshadowed everything else. For a company known for controlling its brand, this was a major PR failure. It would be easy to brush off Snow White as a one-time flop, but fans see a pattern. Disney is losing its edge. The box office numbers don't lie. There's been a string of live-action remakes that either underperformed or were full of controversy. The difference this time? They messed with a classic, added a false political message, and let an inexperienced star handle the press. Even worse, an anonymous Hollywood insider claims there's infighting at Disney, with execs blaming the marketing department and the scriptwriters for ignoring fans. In the middle of it all, Disney's once golden brand is now tarnished by bad decisions. Snow White was supposed to be a safe bet, but they pushed too hard with the moralizing, and it backfired. Meanwhile, Minecraft, a simple pixel game, has beaten Disney's big-budget remake. It's clear, viewers want fun at the movies, not a lecture. Minecraft delivered just that, while critics' negative reviews only fueled more curiosity from the public. Disney, on the other hand, is left wondering how they messed up a straightforward remake. So, what's next for Disney? Are they going to keep rewriting classics with false messages, or will they finally listen to the audience and respect the original material? As for Rachel Zegler, who knows? She could bounce back with a better role in a movie that doesn't treat its source material like a relic, or she could keep playing the misunderstood villain. But after this mess, fans have made it clear they're not interested in condescending lectures. Drop your opinions in the comments. We want to hear what you think about this crazy situation. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to stay updated on Hollywood's latest drama. We'll keep digging up the truths the mainstream media tries to ignore. If Snow White vs. Minecraft proves anything, it's that woke messaging isn't working at the box office, and we're the ones who turn off the lights. Stay tuned, stay safe, and stay informed. Only on Tea Time with Tina.